Speaking at the G20 Food Security Task Force, where leaders from across the globe converged, Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen confirmed the unanimous adoption of a declaration on food security.
I think that it's very difficult to get consensus in what is a rapidly polarizing world on issues that are important for us to tackle globally. The reality is that issues like food security is very difficult to attack or tackle on an individual country basis, given the new volatility in the world trade environment and the disruption that has occurred through the tariff process that the US has embarked upon. And it's part of the South Africa's announced strategy at a national government level that we will obviously seek to strengthen existing trade relations, including with the United States of America, but at the same time focus on an active diversification process to look for goods.
Stakeholders in the sector welcome the declaration.
There is a difference between discussions, declarations, and the actual actions of people on the ground. But the declaration puts the best intent forward on what we would want to see happen. Market access is a huge concern at this point, having seen a number of developments across the globe inspired by geopolitics. And what is an underlying feature of our discussions has been whatever happens, food needs to move so that people in vulnerable situations do have food.
The global agreement also aligns with Africa's own 10-year Kampala strategy, adopted by the African Union in May this year to transform food systems.
Within the strategy, we're looking at if we can raise 100 billion over the next 10 years and focus them in terms of the youth, the women, and markets, then if we're able to address those targets. So access to markets, ensuring that we can make agriculture profitable for our youth and the women and address some of the systemic challenges that we're also having within the system over the next 10 years with the finances that needs to go with it. Now we are aware that there's a lot of global dynamic trends that are shifting. So there's going to be more in terms of our member states mobilizing the resources for themselves to ensure that they can make their people food secure.
For South Africa, food exports like citrus and wine remain vital to markets such as the UK.
Food security is national security. If we cannot feed our people, then our people they suffer. They have reduced prosperity, reduced impact on their livelihoods, and I think we are all very conscious of the effects of food insecurity on Africa over the previous decades. I think when I listen to ministers, including here in South Africa, talk, there is no shortage of food that's being produced. The question is, how do you move it to where people are? And also, for South Africa, how do you make sure that their agricultural production is also supporting its economic prosperity through exports?
With sustainability at the heart of the declaration, South Africa says its Ubuntu principle will guide efforts to turn words into action. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi Same in Cape Town.